What's going on, everyone? College Lefty. In this one I have for you guys a really good opponent. It's a matchup. It's a Kershaw showdown once again. Kershaw versus Kershaw on Hall of Fame or Legend difficulty, whatever CS is. And this guy's got a great team. He's got his creative player batting third. He's got a bunch of Immortals, and then Steve Pearce, of course. That Steve Pearce might as well be an Immortal second baseman. But hopefully you guys enjoy this. And my face cam is blocking the bottom part of my order. I have Yogi Berra batting 8th and then Kershaw batting 9th, of course. But this opponent, I mean, I could tell right off the bat he was a great player just because he hit that slider well, turned on it inside. He's 890 rated. I had some people search it in the Show Nation. So if you that's something that you're able to do. If you go onto the Show Nation website, you can search the gamer that you're playing, the PSN that you're playing against, and it'll tell you a little bit about them, their stats, their rating, their, you know, how many home runs they've hit throughout the whole year or whatever the case is. So anyway, I knew this opponent was a great player, and he was actually going for World Series in this one. But so it's gonna be on Hall of Fame difficulty, I believe, unless they change it with one of the latest patches to Legend difficulty. I'm not sure, but it says in the handbook or in the settings in the game that if 2 players are in the CS, then it's on Hall of Fame. If 2 players are in the World Series, then it's on Legend. But if 2 players are in different divisions, then it automatically defaults to either Hall of Fame or All-Star, depending on what divisions. But anyway, I'm getting off track there. Griffey takes a 1-0 lead. And I've seen this guy. He actually was in the stream, so he was watching the game. I don't know if he was commenting all that much. I was really focused on this one. I knew he could get a run back at any time. And here he has Steve Pearce up at the plate. I was hanging some of these pitches, but the 12-6 curveball is the reason why I was able to stay in this game. The opponent started to struggle with that pitch, and that's why I did move Kershaw to my ace spot in the rotation. I think if the pitchers have the same overall, so for example, if I have Oral Hershiser and Ron Guidry in the rotation, I can move those guys around if I want Ron Guidry as my number 1 and Hershiser as my number 2. I can change them if they're the same overall, but the overall sorts, I mean, the starting pitchers sort by overall. So right now I have Kershaw as my ace, Seaver as my number 2, Bob Gibson as my number 3, Bob Feller as my number 4, and then the finest Scherzer as my number 5. I took out Nolan Ryan. So I'm looking to replace that Bob Feller as my number 4 if I can, just with a pitcher that has a little bit more control. If not, it's all good. I'll still use that Bob Feller. I'd also be down to get JD Martinez or that finest Francisco Lindor. Those are kind of the 2 cards I really want to get and try out hitting-wise. If I had a good amount of stubs, those would be the cards I would buy. But anyway, we have Mike Trout here up at the plate in the 3rd inning. I thought I got a hold of this one, low and away pitch. Thought I got it, but I hit it right to the wall. Griffey makes the play there easily. Now you have Pablo Sanchez, Immortal Pablo Sanchez, coming up to the plate. The PCI was on. I mean, I was squaring up the ball pretty well yesterday. This was during the stream yesterday as well. And there I got one. He takes a dive out there, and it was just barely a wall scraper right over the fence. But a home run's a home run, and that's Pablo Sanchez. Not PCI wasn't quite on it. The Trout swing was better, but the Trout swing didn't go out. So it could have been that he hung the pitch a little bit more. But here's Pablo Sanchez firing a ball over to first base. He's got an absolute cannon at 98 arm strength, playing shortstop. I think he's the best shortstop in the game. 83 speed with 94 reaction and 98 arm strength. He's got like 90 fielding, and then 100+ power on both sides with like 90 something contact. So it's insane. I mean, it's an Immortal. It's Griffey playing shortstop, but I have Chipper Jones. I could put Griffey swing. It's honestly insane how the creative player works in this year's game. If you spend a lot of points on equipment, or stubs I should say, if you spend a lot of stubs on equipment. I do have a video on that if you guys look back on, I mean, way long ago, because I've had Immortal Pablo Sanchez for a long time now. I made sure I invested those stubs in there. But this opponent's not going anywhere, man. This is a 2-1 game. He's on the brink of, breaking it open. He could have hit a 3-run shot there and go up by 2 runs himself. But now we have Babe Ruth up at the plate, bottom of the 4th inning. 42 pitches in the 4th, and that one I just got. It looked like I hit it really high, was under the ball, but it did carry out. Babe Ruth, 125 power versus lefties. The PCI was on. I didn't show the PCI there, but it was completely on it. Good. Then the next batter, Albert Pujols, a few pitches later. He's also sending one deep to right field. And, these guys, Pujols, he clutched up for me on this run. these last few games, trying to make that push towards World Series. Pujols was able to clutch up for me even though I was in a slump with them. Even Yogi Berra right here, lefty crime, hitting the 12-6 curveball, really going down and get it. That was the definition of a wall scraper. I didn't think that ball was going out, but that was good. Hit 93 miles an hour, and Yogi Berra with the home run. And now he's got his Yogi Berra up, and he already previously hit a home run in the game. He went the other way with Yogi. Yogi's been amazing. This might have been the first lefty hit I had with Yogi, and then the opponent also had a lefty home run with Yogi. He's just that good. Here, Griffey's sending one deep. I didn't think this ball had a chance to be a home run. I thought there was no way that ball was getting out, or I thought he was gonna rob it too. There, that ball is in the perfect spot to rob it with Mike Trout. He's got Griffey and Trout out there. It's almost automatic every time. I feel like with those guys, it's just I get robbed all the time on home runs with those two. But have a 6-1 lead. That's huge, but no lead is safe. No matter what lead you have in this game, I always say that no lead is safe. It probably gets old, but that's the truth. People will blow games all the time if they get too comfortable in the game. You have to focus up throughout this whole time. That's how it is this year. It's a lot of the game is the first person to lose focus or the first person to lose patience with how the game plays is the first one to lose, because you're gonna have situations where you hit the ball perfectly and it doesn't go anywhere. But if you get upset, or if you get sidetracked because of that, you lose focus, then you might miss a pitch that you could have hit out, or you might miss another one that you square up and it does go out, if that makes sense. So you might miss some pitches that you could get rewarded on, and that's the difference of the ball game sometimes. There, he hits at a home run. He's not going anywhere. 6-2 ball game. Pujols sends one deep off the light pole out there. I don't know what the heck that hit. I couldn't see it. It was too high. That thing was sent to the moon. Anyway, Ted Williams hits another one. Could have been back-to-back home runs there, but Griffey's tracking that one down. I hit some balls to the wall as well. I mean, we both did. This could be a higher scoring game, absolutely. I say that all the time. I just feel like it could happen a lot. That pitch could have been sent out easily. That was a hanger. But he was struggling with that 12-6 curveball. That's why I left Kershaw in this whole time. 64 pitches in the 7th inning here, and he's not going anywhere. I mean, I'm leaving him in. Yogi Berra rips one down the line to Babe Ruth. He makes the play. And I didn't plan on taking him out until he got within, I mean, 2 runs, where the game-tying run was at the plate, you know what I mean, where if he would have hit a home run, then it would tie the game up. Then I would be taking out Kershaw. But this Kershaw, almost have max confidence with him in the 8th inning. He's got the stamina to go 9 innings. He does. But, I mean, some other Immortals also have more stamina than him, so you have to be careful with that. But this 12-6 curve along with the 90 slider, I did hit 92 on the slider in this game, throwing inside to somebody, but he hit a home run once again. He did get that 12-6. If I hung it, he's going to hit it. That's the thing. The curveball is an amazing pitch, but if you hang it, he's going to get it. Luckily, I was able to get that run back off Kenley Jansen there and go up 7-3, which is, I mean, that's a great score. To be up by 4 runs, he needs a grand slam to tie it, or a couple home runs, you know, a couple base hits and a home run. At least a 4-run lead is what I need. I would like more, obviously, but at least a 4-run lead against a great player like this is something I need. So here I squared that one up with Sandberg, hit it right to him, hard ground ball. It is what it is. I got on top of it a little bit, but he's not going anywhere. Top of the 9th inning, I'm leaving in Kershaw, going for the complete game. He's given up 3 earned in this one, but he's pitched it lights out. The only pitches that I really gave up were mistakes by me. I mean, even the fastball that Yogi hit in the first run of the game, that wasn't even a bad pitch. It just probably wasn't a good idea to throw that pitch in that situation, a fastball away. I mean, the opponent was sitting on fastballs all day. He was on. The only one he wasn't on was that previous one right to Pujols that he hit to Babe Ruth. But other than that, I really had to spam the heck out of this curveball and off-speed pitches and breaking pitches. But that's the game right there. I had played this dude before. I think we're 1-1 against each other this season. And that opponent was really good. That was a game for World Series. He was also playing for World Series. He was at 890 rated, so we kind of flip-flop ratings there. And that was a really tough opponent. I mean, I knew he was a great player. But, I mean, I wanted to show you guys this progress that I made on kind of Rob Nen and Raleigh Fingers. I made a good amount of progress. I need about, I don't know, 18 more saves or so. And 18 more holds and 25 saves. Here I need 31 saves. So I need, I think, like almost 100 more saves, and I can get the 2 Immortal pitchers if I do everything correctly. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but I need the last 2 Immortals and Goose Gossage and Billy Wagner. Those would be 2 crazy cards to get to add to my bullpen. But thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. Thank you guys. Peace out.